Shipping cargo by sea. When you start shipping a lot of cargo, you should start thinking about ocean freight. Here is your comprehensive reference on everything maritime, including selecting the best mode for your needs and figuring out costs and transit times. Contents. What is shipping cargo by sea? How does shipping cargo by sea work? What is meant shipping cargo by sea? What drawbacks are there to ocean freight? What is shipping cargo by sea? The movement of commodities by sea in shipping containers is referred to as ocean freight transit. The most popular means of transportation used by importers and exporters is ocean freight. In actuality, shipping cargo by sea or sea freight account for 90% of all shipments of products. The other forms of shipping goods internationally, courier, air freight, express, are all quicker but also more expensive. Smaller shipments and items with a high value typically use these alternative ways of transportation. How does shipping cargo by sea work? Your products will be packaged and perhaps palletized at the plant or by a third party if you want to ship your goods by ocean freight. Your freight forwarder reserves space on a container ship, and your products are shipped there to be examined by customs before being sent back to their place of origin, depending on whether you are shipping FCL or LCL. The goods are subsequently containerized, either complete containers or shared containers. The cargo is then transported by loading it onto a ship. Once the ship docks at the point of delivery, the cargo is released after clearing customs and paying all applicable fees and taxes. Your products will now be transported to a warehouse where they will be stored until they are delivered to the client. What is meant shipping cargo by sea? Shipping cargo by sea or transporting products by container ship across defined sea lanes is referred to as ocean freight. The cross-border trade that enables the transfer of enormous quantities of products between nations depends on this supply chain connection. Depending on the kind of items you are shipping, you have a variety of shipping alternatives. Full container load (FCL) shipping refers to the packaging and transportation of products in containers that are 20 or 40 feet in length. LCL, or less than container load, refers to lesser amounts in which shippers share container space because their volumes aren't sufficient to fill a complete container on their own. What drawbacks are there to ocean freight? Aircraft travel at a speed of nearly 30 times that of ocean liners. Passenger jets average 575 miles per hour while ocean liners steam along at 16 to 18 miles per hour. It comes as no surprise, then, that an air freight shipment from China to the US typically takes at least 20 days longer than an ocean freight voyage. Reliability. Ocean freight typically takes far longer to arrive than air freight due to port congestion, customs holdups, and severe weather. Air freight tracking technology is currently frequently more sophisticated than maritime freight tracking. This indicates that compared to air freight, ocean freight is more likely to be lost, particularly when the maritime freight is smaller than a container load. This is true. However, with the advent of technology, ocean freight is becoming more dependable. Protection. Compared to air cargo, ocean freight is more likely to sustain damage or be destroyed. That is because ships are more susceptible to movement and because the travel time is much longer. However, you shouldn't be too concerned about maritime freight falling off ships. The urban legend claims that 10,000 containers are lost annually, although the actual number is more like 546 of the 120 million container moves that occur annually. Piracy is even less likely. The Horn of Africa, the Gulf of Guinea, and the Malacca Straits have all been hot spots recently. One container has a capacity of 10,000 beer bottles. Ocean freight is also less expensive. Any shipment that weighs more than 500 kilograms is generally too expensive for air freight. 2. Determine whether your shipment will be charged by actual weight or dimensional weight for light shipments. Utilize this chargeable weight calculator. See our FBX index for current international shipping rates. Fewer limitations. What commodities are deemed unsafe for shipment is defined and constrained by international law, national law, carrier organization laws, and individual carrier restrictions.